What's going on, guys? This is Miasin, and this is it, the Chaos Lightsworn testing video. Before I actually start getting into the replays, I actually just want to start out by saying that this deck is at the same time better and worse than Dragon Link. It's a little hard to explain. The end boards, when you pop off, they're like much better, but at the same time, sometimes the setup is actually just kind of awkward. But when you draw the good parts of your Lightsworn engine, it's really hard to lose, and if you get lucky with the mills, you get super lucky. Whereas in Dragon Link, your mills with Chaos Ruler, they're not that broken. Whereas here, if you're lucky and mill like a bunch of wolves and Trick Clown, it's pretty much guaranteed that you win. But before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe, and now let's jump right into replay number 1. I believe I'm going second against this guy that opened pretty good. Rescue Cat, Veiler, Revolt, hard draw. That's pretty nice if you ask me, so of course that's a 1 card. I think Appaloosa plus the Revolt technically, but he already has it, so it doesn't really matter too much. But he's not gonna make Appaloosa, which I actually think is a misplay. I think people should be making Appaloosa before making the Dragon Lords, and the reason why I'm saying that is because you really want to protect the Revolt from Ghost Bell. It's really that important, trust me. Yeah, I'm just gonna go safe for it, get that Wyver Burster, and then Chaos Space, pitch the Absol. So freaking insane. Oh my, I already have 6 cards in my hand, but this getting bounced back is a little annoying, not gonna lie. So now my plays are a little worse. If I get lucky with that charge, I can play, but I don't necessarily get the best mails out there, and to be fair, I do believe I didn't really play that one out like perfectly, so I'm also to blame. Like just shuffling back and banishing that Levineer just to send it again with the Ravine was definitely not really optimal. Like I said, I definitely could have played better. Chaos Ruler, Excavate 5, again, if I can get lucky, I'm gonna win, but I get Veilered, super annoying, and if this card gets banished by the Shiraig, I'm gonna be like super screwed. My opponent plays relatively well here. It's actually funny because I went for the triple light and he still used the effect of Revolt. Now this was actually mandatory on his end, otherwise I would have been able to summon Christia, which would have been the end of the world. That Revolt just wouldn't have done anything, but it's funny because usually people do that on the light and dark effect of Levineer, because right now I'm not even trying to technically destroy that Revolt, but whatever, it was still the correct move on my opponent's end. So summon Shiraig, can even draw a card on my own turn, so if you can get another hand shot, that would be really bad, but I can still play Needle Fiber, summon from the hand, so freaking bait. My mails with Chaos Ruler sometimes actually might make my hands like worse, because I mail like too many rockets, or I mail the freaking Boot Sector launch. That's the worst thing ever. Now the Soul Charge part of Boot Sector is the only reason why I can actually play the game right now. So I'm just popping off like crazy, popping off like crazy. I get to play through 3 interruptions and still end on 2 negates, but to be fair, that's something that Dragon Link could have done. It's not necessarily a Lightsworn thing, because like I said, I don't believe I got particularly lucky with my mails, and again, if I can be completely honest, I actually don't believe that Plague Spreader Zombie is even that good. I mean, it's a level 2, so you're not really making synchro plays with it, you're just making Needle Fiber, and it's not necessarily optimal. So summoning it off of Needle Fiber doesn't allow you to make Striker Dragon. All it really is just another material so we can go into Appaloosa, but regardless. My opponent only has 2 negates now, and I have a pretty full hand, so that Levineer is going to be really dangerous, but I'm a moron, I popped the Shiraig, and I just forgot that it can search DD Crow, so I'm kind of stupid. He scooped, I don't know why, but I think I could have, I don't think I could have summoned that Chaos Creator because he banished my only light, so I would have had to normal summon the Rocket Synchron and then make another Link 2, find a way to get a light into the grave and then win. But again, to be completely fair, I most likely would have still won because I still had another Striker Dragon in my extra deck. I still would have been able to find plays, so yeah, whatever. Let's get into the next replay. Replay number 2, look at this hand, man. It's just so beautiful. Even if I get unlucky, I feel like I can still pop off. So I'm summoning all my rockets. It would have been nice if I could actually make the Wyver Burster into Hieratic Seal earlier on, but whatever, I'm still going to be popping off. Jesus. Freaking Mill Wolf and Excavate Lumina and then Striker Dragon for that Boot Sector launch. You already know that this is going to be mad nuggets. So yeah, Chaos Nephthys too. Oh my god. Level 8 extender. So now you can tell I'm going to end on Burled Savage with Zombie Stein and Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, because the Chaos Ruler is just a free special summon, and if you Xyz with it, it's like infinitely better because it goes back to the grave instead of being banished when it leaves the field. And on top of that, I'm skillful at Yugi mons, and I hard drew the Imperial Order, so I didn't really have to go into the Griffin play. But yeah, whatever, Ferris effect, I don't care, I have to negate that. And yeah, good luck playing with 3 spells in hand when I have Imperial Order. You are going to die. That Gadarla didn't do jack shit. So yeah, let's get into the next replay. I drew 2 wolf. I drew 2 freaking wolf, and look at, I drew freaking 3 bricks in my hand. 2 wolf and boot sector launch. So if that's a good argument for you to maybe potentially consider to play Chaos Lightsworn, well, I don't know, maybe. But yeah, search with that Apso Router Dragon, so now I have Rocket Synchron, and then revive back the Apso Router. Look at this Chaos Ruler. It's just absolute insanity, man. Holy lord. Oh my god. So yeah, mill whatever, I get the Raiden. No, not even. I get the Rocket Monster. The Chaos Nephthys was a pretty good mill, but everything else was just like not ideal, but it's all good. Again, it really doesn't change anything to my life. So yeah, revive back the Chaos Nephthys and then pop the field spell. Again, the 2 wolves are still in my hand. I didn't even get to do like that much, but this deck is just so ridiculously powerful that I feel like I always end on this board. And to be fair, I do believe that Zombie Stein is a card that even the actual Dragon Link deck should be trying to play, because it really is that good. But yeah, I'm not gonna be negating Horizon. That card kind of sucks. I'm not really scared, to be honest. Yeah, special summon with Core, fine. My monsters aren't machines last time I checked, so I'm not really scared of that. And yeah, I think you're just gonna pass turn there, and if you pass turn, I'm going to kill you, especially since I'm just good at the game and I drew Levineer. But that was actually a misplay. I shouldn't have done that. I should have went to the battle phase, attack, and then summon back Rocket Synchron with the Hot Red, and then pop the Striker Dragon maybe, and then potentially make a Link 2, and then go into the Levineer. So I was just too fast on the trigger. I don't know why I went for the Levineer, especially I didn't even check my graveyard like fully. So I went for like the triple dark to shuffle back a card, because I didn't have a light. Yeah, I drew all my wolves, but whatever. All good in the hood. When you don't draw well enough against Subterror, there's pretty much a 0% chance you win. And that's what, like 4 freaking interruptions turn 1? It's the Book of Moon, Negate, Punishment, and Imperm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm so good at maths. Oh my god. But yeah, Striker Dragon getting negated, actually the end of the world, but this is where like being skillful and a hard rank boot sector launch is good, but then you get like DQ'd for cheating because you try to use the effect of Striker Dragon when you already had the card in your hand, and you only play 1 copy, so yeah. Did that ever happen to you guys, by the way? I don't know. But yeah, if this guy wasn't under punishment, he actually could have went for Dragoon by making his own Striker Dragon. I don't know if he is playing Dragoon though. Yes, he is with Extravagance. That's kind of sus NGL. Yeah, my normal summon freaking Ecclesia. By the way, this is a huge misplay I see people do a lot. They set 1 card, and then they normal summon Ecclesia, they search 1 card, and then they set 1 card. So it's like obvious that the punishment is here and not like one of the 2. So yeah, huge misplay. It doesn't matter. I can't do jack shit. This is just gonna get negated by Fiendus. I can't even go like attack because yeah, Hidden City, Final Battle, freaking everything. He's gonna search again on my own turn. So freaking annoying, but yeah. What if I go first? Maybe I'm going to be able to do some potential nice plays. Send that Apso Router and then search the... I freaking knew he had Ash, so I had to keep the Star Liege Safe on the field, so I would at least have a body to go for Striker Dragon, because going normal Safe send itself to get Ashed is like the end of the world. I just have a bunch of cards that do nothing in my hand, so I do believe I played it out pretty well, and then yeah, I'm going to be able to kind of play... I don't know why he scooped. I wasn't locked under Dark though, so I probably would have had plays... Not the best plays, but plays nonetheless, and he's not drawing like the nuts for turn, but yeah, still probably the worst timing to scoop. Some people are just... they're really lazy. Alright, Sword Soul. I'm gonna go normal summon Raiden because my hand is kinda sus NGL, but I know that even if I get unlucky with the mails, it's not the end of the world, except that I'm freaking bad, and I mailed the boot sector launch again, so annoying. Oh my god. But yeah, Chaos Ruler, Excavate 5, if I'm good, I'm good, if I'm bad, I'm bad, but I am good, so it's all good. Even mailing Imperial Order, that's like the best thing ever, man. Literally all I had to do is just go into freaking Griffin and the game is over, but RNGesus hates me. I have to mail the freaking boot sector launch every single... You have no idea how annoying it is. Like, if Griffin didn't lock me out of using, like, the card I set that turn, I would have went for the boot sector launch, flip it, and then summon 2 monsters. I was literally that desperate, but yeah. Desires when he knows I have Imperial Order is kind of hilarious, LMAO. Attack, sure, he should have summoned it in this zone because I misplayed. I'm an idiot, and I summoned the Striker Dragon here. Actually, as a matter of fact, it was the Needle Fiber zone, so regardless, it would would have been here. Yeah, okay, I didn't misplay. I was just unlucky, Smile. But yeah, normal summon Lumen on my own turn, revive back. Oh my god, look at this, man. I'm almost doing plays, except I'm not. Attack, attack, and then yeah, make Masquerade on main phase 2, pass turn there. You're going to see something beautiful in a matter of seconds. Look at this, man. First of all, Imperial Order is protecting me pretty well here. So he goes into Ashuna. I technically could have interrupted it here, but I really didn't want to. Like, the Vishuda, I technically could have banished it, but I really wanted to hold my interruption for something else. My opponent already should have went to the battle phase to prompt the Masquerena. That's a misplay that I see a lot from people who don't necessarily have that much experience in Yu-Gi-Oh! They try to do a lot in main phase 1, and they forget how ridiculously powerful the battle phase is. Trust me, just saying entering battle phase is already very dangerous. But yeah, Desires number 2 doesn't banish anything, draws all the good cards, except that he goes for the Long Yuan first instead of the Moye first and then Long Yuan, which is very incorrect because now the Moye doesn't actually have a reveal, which is kind of the end of the world. And by the way, this is why Cerberus is actually better than Unicorn sometimes. You get to pop a card, and when a card is destroyed by a card effect, you get to revive back Chaos Nephthys from the hand or graveyard by banishing a light or dark from your, well, light and dark from your graveyard. And when it is summoned, you get to banish a card your opponent controls and 2 cards in their graveyard. Not too bad, not too bad. So I get to banish the Adara and the Moye. I'm actually such a moron. I should have banished the Chijiao, but whatever. It's not the end of the world, to be honest. The monk is the shaman, not the monk, is super freaking annoying here, and the negate is irrelevant. But summoning the token just so you can make another level 8 synchro is kind of annoying in a way. I'm pretty sure though he was locked under Wyrm because of the Ashuna, so he can't really go into like an actual good level 8 synchro, has to go into the Berserker of the Tenyi, and the Levineers is going to take care of that. So at least I was able to play because my opponent was locked under Wyrm, but I'm pretty sure I messed that one up. But again, if I wasn't super unlucky and didn't mail that boot sector launch, things would have went super much smoother. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that replay. Let's get into the final one. Alright, final replay, and I actually kept the best for last without even noticing it, but oh my god, this is actually so freaking sick. So yeah, full combo, look at this, man, oh my god. And then yeah, get back my card, make freaking Hieratic Seal, hard draw the Ravine. Yeah, we're doing pretty well, huh? Not really, but kind of. Me destroying the boot sector launch was actually very stupid. I should have went for the Ravine effect to send and then pop, so I would have been able to keep the boot sector launch, which is a little better than Ravine in like the grind matchup in a way. That's not even a grind matchup, but whatever, you get the point. Chaos Creator, revive back that Christia. My end board isn't even technically that good. I feel like I messed it up. This deck is much more skillfuler than I thought, Smile. My opponent is literally the god at RNG here because his only win condition is getting sniped on Bigfoot very, very early. Well, he can discard the Gizmek because it's just as good as in the hand as it is in the graveyard. But if he discards too many cards, it's not going to be good for him. So yeah, goes for the pop, goes back onto the top of my deck, but don't worry, I can shuffle back. Yeah, okay, so that was so freaking stupid. I don't know how to read in Yu-Gi Mons, so I thought that Lancelot was randomly null once per turn, so I actually played like a freaking dumbass here. I actually really played very incorrectly. Look at this, man. I summon Rocket Tracer and then I go pop because I thought it was like null once per turn, but it is, so oh my god, because of that, I'm gonna let him destroy a card. And now I have to deal with another negate next turn, which is just so freaking stupid, on top of having to deal with Zombie World, which, shockingly enough, actually annoys me. But fortunately, this doesn't negate whenever you want. It negates the first card. So I just go Charter the Light Brigade, a pretty irrelevant card. He has to negate, which is literally just all good in the hood for me, because milling for cost is all I really need. And now I can negate the Zombie World and pop off from there. Just look at my board. It's absolute insanity, man. Pop everything you have, freaking Chaos Nephthys, banish the Zombie World, and prompt the Gizmek immediately. So yeah, he has literally no layers of defense, and then attack, revive, attack freaking Hot Red, revive back Rocket Tracer, attack with a bunch of monsters, main phase 2, make Appaloosa, well actually no, Striker Dragon first, Rocket Recharger, and then Appaloosa, pass turn there, so I have a card in my hand. And yeah, regardless of what you top deck, I don't really care. Appaloosa, Nugget, and literally nothing else would work. Even if you go normal summon Gizmek, Grand Maju, I can just negate with the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, and it drops to 0. So even with 50 cards in your banished, does nothing. Even Zombie Stein is a proactive negate. It's not like Cyber Dragon Infinity, which actually relies on your opponent performing an action so you can negate. But that's pretty much it for this testing video. Let me know what you guys actually think of this deck in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.